Today, we're talking about our predictions for Ghost Recon Breakpoint's Operation Motherland. Now, I say our because this is a discussion and I want you in it, so do please share what you are hoping for or what you are expecting because fuck it. What else is there to do while we wait? Other than to chit-chat and whisper to each other about things we hope to see. Plus, I feel like I haven't uploaded a Breakpoint gameplay video in quite some time, so it's nice to kind of shift back to that a little bit, and we are here now. So, time for the good old predictions video on Operation Motherland. It is that time. Less than 2 weeks out, actually. It's almost here, guys. All this waiting will finally be over, so let's get started. So, first thing coming with the Operation Motherland update is Russians. Russia is taking over Aroa, but that's not saying much. It's pretty obvious at this point that that is the direction they're going, based on all the promo material they are tweeting out. Maybe Bodark again? Regardless, Russians. They will be the new Sentinel enemy. All of Aroa will be populated with them instead of the mall cops of Sentinel. Now this would come with a whole new parameter setting for the world, just like how you can get clouds of toxic nerve gas to populate chunks of the map with the Amber Sky parameters, or how we could even have fucking Terminators roaming around Aroa. Operation Motherland will come with a brand new parameter option for you, the player, to enjoy. This new world parameter will give players a new enemy to engage with, a true foe to the ghosts, I hope. An enemy that feels military and an enemy that feels real. I want them to look the part too. I don't want them to be an enemy that wears blue jeans to a firefight in the middle of a snowy rocky cliff. This removal of Sentinel presence in the world map would be an amazing thing for Breakpoint. Wolves, I guess, would be lumped into that option too. They will also be turned off alongside of Sentinel when you do make that parameter adjustment in your settings. Honestly, guys, if it wasn't obvious enough, I hate Sentinel, and I find the Wolves a really bad designed enemy too. None of the enemies in Breakpoint ever were interesting to me. I love the game. I love the game a lot, I play it all the time, but the enemies, I just don't enjoy them. They were just poorly designed in my opinion, and I really hope that the Russians we face are true foes to the Ghost, not copy and paste mall cops, and I really hope they get rid of the heavies. The heavy enemy types are stupid. But alongside of that, other than the new foe for the Ghosts, what else will this new world parameter include? Well, the Operation Motherland world parameter will also include some changes to the actual landscape of Aroa. I'm expecting every base and government building to be completely rebranded with this new enemy's flair. Again, we saw this a bit the other day in the images Ubisoft tweeted out, so I am safely expecting this to for sure happen. I expect the areas we have all grown to love or hate exploring will also have even more adjustments to them than just the typical Russian signs and paint we saw in those tweets. I'm expecting areas to be fully reworked to an extent, as well as enemy AI just kind of operating differently in general. New patrols, new camps, new different enemy types. I also think the new vehicles will come as well. Different land vehicles, different helicopters, maybe even some new boats. The Russians had to have had arrived in Aroa by boat, seeing as Aroa is a massive island surrounded by a body of water. Well, obviously they could have flown in or parachute in, but Aroa is too big for the Russians to fully take over that way. They would need to do it in a full-fledged amphibious assault. Will we see that in the game though? Maybe. I was actually watching G-Money Mozart's and A-Squad Gaming's podcast they did together recently, about a week and a half ago, and they had a good chuckle actually when they spoke on how they think the Russians took over Aroa. They think it would possibly be done by showing us a short film prior to starting the DLC. Now I know a lot of you guys are fans of those two gentlemen like I am, so I won't go through how they came to that conclusion. You guys can go ahead and check out that podcast for yourself by watching their videos, but I do agree with them on that specific topic. I can totally see Ubisoft using a short mini film as the intro to Operation Motherland because apparently the Ghosts are being called back to Aroa, even though we never even got to see them leave. So interesting stuff there nevertheless, and only time will tell when we do get the update, but I definitely see them going that route. And if they don't go the mini short film route, then of course we will experience that invasion by either playing the game and facing those Russians on arrival, or by watching it unfold in a cutscene. But I just wanted to kind of tuck that note in, so go do check out G-Money Mozart and A-Squad Gaming's coverage of Operation Motherland in their podcast, and check those guys out for more on that because they got some great stuff. All right, so moving along here now. So I think a lot of the bases that we all know so well will be altered. New enemy encampments will be set up in the wilderness for us to tackle. Stuff like that to make the world a little bit more lively. Maybe even civilians will be freely roaming because it was a peaceful time for a while once the Ghosts did secure Aroa. And then when the Russians came, maybe civilians had no idea they were coming and they were already resuming life in Aroa during all of that. And since I know for a fact we aren't getting any new areas to explore and the entirety of Operation Motherland will be taking place on Aroa, I think that it will be a rebranded Aroa. Again, with a world parameter labeled Operation Motherland's world parameters, which will allow those players, like I said, to turn on and off this new style of Aroa. That way new players can still play the original campaign and then swap to Operation Motherland when they are ready for that. I imagine we will also be getting a whole new slew of new weapons, assault rifles, SMGs, DMRs, you name it. We are definitely going to be seeing some new weapons, guys. I am really hoping for that M8 assault rifle though, or the XM8, whatever, because we are getting those GRA and Ghost Recon 2 legacy gear items, so hopefully we do get some legacy weapons as well. Ubisoft does not ever cheap out or skimp out on new weapons with these additions, so more potential for weapon loadout videos from me on my part, and more discussions there in terms of content creation from me, so I am looking forward to those new weapons as well. Now guys, from a story standpoint, I really have no idea what they will do. I doubt Bowman will be a huge part of it. I think she will mostly act kind of like Scott Mitchell acted, and she will be in our ears the entire way through, or maybe partly the way through. But just to jump back quickly on the legacy gear items for just a quick second, specifically the optical camo, when we do get to use that future soldier equipment, there still is a potential for enemies to also get that optical camo again, like the boat arc did in Future Soldier 2. So if this tech is properly being reintroduced into the series after ignoring it for so long, and I'm not talking just skins here, I'm talking about actual working optical camo, then I don't see why not enemies would also have some sort of tech along those same lines to use against us ghosts. So we'll see. But that's all I really got for you guys today. I sort of hate doing videos like this because I know it's all just talk at the end of the day. I know none of this really would amount to anything at the end of the day because we really don't know what they're going to be fucking doing. But I do love having these discussions because I love engaging with you guys and I love getting you guys all revved up and excited. And I mostly do these discussions because I love hearing from you guys. So I want you all who reach the end of this video to list 3 things that they hope to see in Operation Motherland update. If you can't think of 3 things, that's fine. Just spitball some of your thoughts in the comments and let's chat about it, guys. All right, well, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a quick little short one I wanted to kind of sneak in there, and I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. And as always, guys, thanks for watching and take it easy.